You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more.
Wepa, what's good, Comic Crusaders familia? It's your boy Omega in the building, bringing that big Wepa Brooklyn Boricua energy. And today, ooh, baby, we have a returning champion stepping back into the Crusaders arena. He's the mastermind behind one of the most emotional, poetic, beautifully crafted indie graphic novels out there. And he's here with a massive 200 plus page Kickstarter that's blooming, heating up, and almost at the finish line. And he needs your help. Fam, welcome back, the visionary creator of Seasons, the man who makes feelings look dangerous on the page, the one and only Nandor Fox Shaffer. We're about to talk spring, summer storytelling, and the emotional glow behind this project. So let's go, baby. How you doing?
Hey, Al, I'm doing fantastic. I'm all fired up to be here with you. So thanks for having me. This is
you better
exciting...
be fired up.
Yeah,
be fired up.
This is I don't know if I should be excited or scared or nervous or
you
all
better not be scared. So. you go through it all because we got 49 hours to go, folks. We got 49 hours to go on this. You know what? I gotta start showing this now from the beginning right here. You know what? And actually, you know what? Before I even do that, let me copy that real quick because I got to do something important that's actually going to really stay on screen during the rest of this conversation. But that's the link, right? And also what I got to do, very important, that you guys need to do, right? So you know how I do, like, maybe you guys don't have time to type because you guys are just, I don't know, y'all busy. And it's okay. And it's okay. So I make it easy, right? Pretty sure that you guys are on your phones. I need you to support the campaign. You know how easy that is? Check this out. I make it easy for you guys. All you gotta do, you see this right up here?
Oh,
you go up there,
that.
You go ahead and take a picture of that right there. It takes you straight to the Kickstarter right now, and you drop them dollars. Listen, 49 hours to go. You know what I mean? I know y'all got recently paid. I know this is before New Comic Book Day. And if you want to have a new Comic Book Day surprise, something you haven't read before, this is it. So please, support my homie. Like, listen, my man, he came through for us at Chicago Comic-Con. That's the first time I met him. And my man was really at service for the Heroic Awards. I mean, he was there, and support and help, and just as a volunteer. Not just that, he's an independent creator, supporting other independent creators. So he's all about the business. So you see that again. Just snap a pic and go ahead and support the campaign right now. And for those that prefer to type, it's right there too. You see that? Okay. My finger's pointing at it. My big ass finger. You see that shit? My biggest finger is right there. So make sure you support this amazing campaign like immediately. So, bro, spring and summer has one big story. So what new emotional layer did you uncover in yourself while making these new volumes over here, brother?
Wow, that's a great question. So Seasons is so intertwined with my origin story in comics and also just because it's a series I've been working on for so long. And with these volumes in particular, I learned so much about what it meant to be a comic book writer, how to write a long form story, because it is going to be 4 volumes. So it's, this massive scope, this massive scale that we're playing with in this massive playground. And from an emotional point of view, this series has so much depth to it and so many layers to the kinds of stories that I want to see be told more in comics, and the kind of stories that I want to read, and the kind of stories that I want to write. And so everything that I love about comic book storytelling and large-scale stories is all interwoven into Seasons. And for me, learning, I learned more about myself. I learned more about my ability as a writer, and I learned a lot about what it takes to grow as a person. Seasons is all about change and about growth,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's about rebirth, like death and rebirth, like over and
So
over
as a
again.
creator, you felt that
Yeah,
same energy as you were writing the story.
yeah. As Fletcher struggles throughout the series, I was struggling as a writer to figure out, well, like he starts in this really dark place, so like how do I give him the arc and the evolution that he deserves as a character? And so all of those things were very complex for someone like me who was just starting out and just being an indie comic creator.
Oh,
Like,
I love this. Wait a minute. You know what? I want you to stay in that lane of thought for this moment right now and for this question, because what moment in the creation of this book caught you by surprise emotionally? Then,
mm, I would I would probably say with these two books in particular, like a moment, like story wise, I think it was realizing what I was writing about. I was actually bringing a lot of my own past and my own story to seasons in a way that I didn't think I could. Like it surprised me what I was talking about because I realized what I was talking about were real things that I hadn't dealt with in my own life. So like it was almost on a subconscious level. It was like, wow, I'm writing about these things that when I look back at the book and look at what it's talking about, how relevant they are to me, but also how universal they are for a lot of people.
all right, bet. So, why go big and release a thick ass 200-page plus collected edition this round?
Yeah, so the impetus that led to this campaign in particular was because um, the hardcover editions of both volumes 1 and 2 are sold out, and so those limited edition release, like collector's editions, are completely gone. And as Anthony, the artist for the book, and I were working on volume 3, I knew like, hey, like people are going to want to pick up volume 1. They're going to want to keep up and catch up with the series, and the only way to be able to do that is to re-release these, but as a more like affordable, cost-effective format, and that's the soft covers, the trade paperbacks. And so um each book takes place during a different season of the year, and to release it in any other way just felt like a disservice to the story. So it needed each book
Okay.
needed to be a different season because it tells this 1 year story. And so it'll be 4 volumes altogether. And by the end of it, it will be a 400 to 500 page, complete story.
Excellent. And definitely the next new release on Netflix or Hulu, who knows? Let's make it happen. Let's
That's
manifest.
right.
All right. So what pages would you say gave you the biggest fight in its creation?
Mm. So I'd probably say, and even looking back now, I can see how I struggled with them. But there's a lot of action in the book, and it was figuring out ways for characters to connect with each other in between.
Mm.
A lot of the set pieces, a lot of the action sequences, and like
I
building
mean, what's a story without connection? What's a story without bridges of characters, right?
Yeah, like okay, they're fighting, but like how do I make you care about what they're fighting about, and
Yeah.
how
Who
do I
gives
make
a
you
fuck if they're
care?
fighting? Yeah.
Yeah. Like there
A
needs to be an
reason.
emotional foundation to this relationship, and this antagonism, and the things that these characters are having to deal with. So like figuring out ways, especially in volume 2, for Fletcher to take on these elemental entities and have conversations with them, to be able to, because each chapter in volume 2 features and highlights a specific character, and I broke up the chapters to I structured it that way so that each chapter, just is having to deal with one particular character,
Yeah.
and not having to juggle all of them all at once
A
to
one
where it would be
step at a time
overwhelming.
approach.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
and
I
so
like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so like
One step is
building.
this character, then this character. Learn them, and then we get the arc, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
understand where
and
we're coming from, and I
like
think
learn about them, and then we'll see where they progress, and we'll keep snowballing. We'll keep building on top of
so.
what
Let's talk about this for a minute because your style, it blends poetry, it's vulnerability, it is philosophy. You're a deep dude, man. Where did this unique voice originally spark from? But those are unawares and have missed out previous podcasts on how dare they have.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in some ways, like I don't know where it comes from. I mean, it's just who I am, and it's a part of who I am. But the whole, like my voice and my style and the things that I want to talk about, um, are are things that either I don't feel like are being talked about in comics, or um are just at least the things that I want to be able to express.
Yeah,
For me, storytelling is the best way to talk about things that you're not able to, online or in a social setting or one on one. Like you can actually, you have a message that you can.
more freedom of expression. I like to say.
Yeah, yeah. Like there's
You feel more free because when you're writing, you're kind of feeling outside of yourself. At least that's how I feel when I write.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and
so
you
you
can
feel so
create
outside that you don't know. Not you.
the perfect representation of um the idea that you're trying to
Yeah,
portray, and
yeah,
you give it a three dimensionality to where, you're not preaching at people, you're not telling them what to think, you're just creating a scenario. A story
yeah,
is a
baby.
set of scenarios that you're connecting to, uh
To help
to
people think,
share.
baby.
Yeah, yeah,
To
to help
help
people
people think.
think, and to
Exactly. You're not
share
throwing
ways to
people,
think.
and yeah, because listen, that's what people always think. Oh, they're trying to throw us into a certain area. No, they're not. They're trying to make you think. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And smart writers will not don't believe in narratives. They believe in trying to hey, think about it this way, maybe for a moment, or see it this way, even though there's another side, and and decide for yourself. And that's why important freedom of speech is important. People like you important. And I like this whole concept of the seasons because again, it is those changes, right? Because I mean, look at this country. How many changes have we had in the emotional spectrum, if you will, in just the past couple of months? My God. I mean, I hope you can keep surviving before the aliens come. Now,
Yeah,
uh,
no, you're so right. You're so right.
now, listen, but we're talking about your incredible writing ability, but we also got to shout out that art team, man. Before I show off the Kickstarter, I mean, what visual magic were they cooking this time? Like how did you set that up for them before I start showing off the magic on
Yeah,
the
so
Kickstarter?
Anthony Gonzalez Clark is the artist on the book, and he's absolutely fantastic. He has a unique style that I could, pinpoint from, 1,000 miles away. Like I see his work and I know exactly who it is, and that's always what you want from an artist, is someone who, stands out and can stand out amongst the crowd, because art and comics can be very competitive, and you're trying to share with people something that they feel like they don't want to miss out on. And Anthony, what he brings to the table is a style and an energy, that you just can't get in indie comics. Like there's amazing artists everywhere, but to be able to work with someone like him, someone who's as talented as he is incredible. And this is his first book. Like, this is the first completed book that he's ever worked on. So to be able to give that to him as well and to work on this together is amazing. But he's firing on all cylinders on this series, and with each volume he just keeps getting better and better. And you can imagine after 100 pages for each volume how much better you get, as a writer, as an artist. Like, it's insane.
So I gotta ask, was any panel that you saw and instantly said, yo, bro, blow that one up into a poster like right now?
Yeah, there's a couple of panels or pages in particular, but I think one that always stands out to me is, and it's on the campaign page, but it's the one with all of Fletcher. It's from volume 1, where he stops his car, he gets out of his car, and he sees like hundreds of the shadow selves, which are these supernatural entities in volume 1 that appear in Fletcher's city that he has to combat. But they're all like dogpiling, almost like into the zombie-like horde. And that particular panel and the way that he was able to choreograph that, and he did that traditionally, so all of that was like pen and ink on paper. It's just like brazen on my mind, like it's branded there. So like that panel in particular, and then there's a splash page in volume 2 that shows character Baker like combusting, and you see the whole entire forest on fire, and like it's like you feel the flames, you feel the heat of that image, of that page, and I could see that blown up as a poster, no doubt.
There we go. My man won. He won that joint right there. Now Kickstarter's almost done, right? I'm about to show that baby off. What's been the wildest backer reaction you've gotten so far?
Ooh, the wildest reaction. I think a lot of people are surprised about how serious this book is, how ambitious it is. Like when I tell people about it, and when I pitch it to them, they're like, wait, like, how old are you? Like you're a young guy and you're writing about these really heavy
Fletcher, isn't it? Like, how dare you?
yeah, like how can you
how
do
dare
this?
you be so serious, young man?
and like do you sometimes I wonder if maybe and not in a critical way, but just in a curious way, but it's almost like I wonder if they feel as though I don't have enough experience to talk about the things that I want to talk about.
No, well, again, I hate when people say that, because you don't know. Age is not a gauge of experience.
Yeah.
I mean, as a young man, bro, I mean, you look at me now. Yeah, I'm a nerd, but I was also a gangbanger, if you believe it. I was doing dumb shit when I was in my 90s. I was living I was bald-headed with gold fronts, cuts on my eyebrows, you know what I mean? Like, a straight up G. But you wouldn't believe that, And then you see me in the 2000s, I was a fucking punk rock metalhead with a fucking mohawk. I actually had a mohawk. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate that judgment on looks and appearance. Because that means nothing. Because no matter what look I had, there was one thing that I never deterred from, and that was being a good person and helping my fellow man, helping people the best of my ability. And as the Comic Crusaders is out, I'm here now on the level of being able to speak to amazing creators like you with amazing projects like this one that is live right now. Listen, we only got a few hours left, folks. Listen, again, the QR code is up there. The link is below. All right, you see it? So let's check out this video real quick. And then we're going to be jumping into this whole campaign. We're going to learn a whole lot more, because Nandor got it, man. You heard it. This young man is in it. I mean, my man got wisdom like he's Nostradamus or some shit. So let's get into this is Nandor Stradamus over here. Let's get into the book, and then we're gonna talk more about this amazing project. Let's check it out, baby.
Fletcher isn't happy with his life anymore. His breaking point occurs after the love of his life rejects him, sending Fletcher spiraling through a year-long journey into a world unseen. A world full of shadows and persons with superhuman abilities and traumas not unlike his own. Fletcher soon discovers that his own powers change with the seasons, and he must not only learn how to adapt to these changes, but how to accept the changes in his own life. Enter this allegorical character study that explores complex themes of identity, mental illness, existence, purpose, and personal responsibility. Hi, I'm Nandor Fox Shaffer, the creator and writer of Seasons. The year was 2017, and I was a kid in his late teens with a dream to make a comic. That comic was Seasons, a planned 4-volume supernatural graphic novel series about a young man whose abilities change with the seasons themselves. The first volume was successfully funded on Kickstarter that same year, as was the second volume 3 years later. Flash forward to now, and I've raised nearly $50,000 crowdfunding my own projects across 9 campaigns. The only issue? Seasons Volumes 1 and 2 are all sold out. As we prepare for the launch of Seasons Volume 3 fall, I wanted to return to my origin story in comics and bring this series back to the masses. Featuring all new covers from the best in indie comics, including 2 crowdfunding exclusives, Seasons Volume 1 Spring and Seasons Volume 2 Summer returns in trade paperback format. But that's not all. For those of you who have been patiently waiting for the next chapter in Fletcher's story, this campaign features an exclusive, never-before-seen or published 28-page ashcan of the hotly anticipated next volume, giving readers a sneak peek of what to expect. Back this project today so that we can finish Fletcher's 1-year journey and follow him as he discovers the person he was always truly meant to be.
Also, you better back this campaign today, man. You gotta back this campaign today. All right, check it out. Before I put my pretty face and Nando's pretty face on screen, this is what we gotta do here, all right? We got 48 hours to go. I gotta salute you guys. 91 backers. Thank you so much for supporting independent comics, for supporting my big homie Nandor. But listen, it's a $5,500 goal, as you see there. We are 38.55, and again, I repeat, 48 hours to go. Let's make it happen. We got 2 days. 2 effing days, mi gente. Let's make this happen. Right, 48 hours. Feel like the Eddie Murphy movie. Let's make it happen. This is Nandor Murphy, and needs his book to be funded today. All right, let's make it happen, bro. All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and I'm digging it, bro. I mean, the art is beautiful. I mean, those covers look dope. So, what was it that you really like? You talking about? I wanted to bring this back. What was the day that made you say, "Hey, you know what? I don't think everybody knows yet about what I'm doing here. So let me bring these 2 volumes back, and let me bring them back with a little bit extra spice." Like what was that day like?
Yeah, it was. It really came down to like a couple of things, but I guess the 2 main things was, one, I knew that I wanted to finish the story. I had been working on other projects like Man-Child, Lifeline, The Fabled Offering, and I had been pitching to publishing companies, and I kind of put Seasons on the sidelines because I was wanting to build my portfolio as a writer, and to be able to share that I could do multiple things. I could write in multiple genres, and that I have, a diverse catalog for people to check out. And as I was thinking about it, and as a couple of years had gone on, and Anthony had been working on other projects, and I had been working on other projects, and it occurred to me, I'm a completionist, and Seasons has always been on my mind in finishing and getting the next 2 volumes out. But these are, this is a very ambitious project. It's not putting out a 25 to 30 page comic. Each volume is over 100 pages. So like we have so much here. It's a massive commitment of time, money, energy, promotion, all those things.
All right, listen, Nandor, wait. You said it right there. One of the most things that most creators complain about is time. Making time for their projects. You are talking about here massive volumes
Yeah.
of story. How do you, like, let's politic here and let them know out there, for those that make excuses, and I'm not trying to shame them and all, but it's like, how do you make time to make these projects happen?
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I devote I devote any and all my free time, mostly to uh, answering emails, talking with artists,
So
networking
there
with
is no free
creators.
time.
You know,
There's
yeah,
no free time.
like whatever free time that I have outside of my day
Work.
job, it's
Yeah.
all devoted to making
Okay.
making projects, making comics. And so like you, if you love comics enough, and if you are disciplined enough, and you want to invest in yourself, if you believe in yourself, you will find the time to work on these things that mean the most to you, you know. And like, I'm not very gifted in a lot of different areas, but I know that I'm a competent writer and that I can tell a story. And this is where I feel, hey, like I know people enjoy the work that I make, and I know that I work with amazing artists. If anything, I'm good at finding great people to work with, and they make me look good, you know. And that's a part of the comic book industry, is being able to work with others and work with people that you respect and that respect you. And all the people that I work with, and all the projects that I've worked on, has just made making comics that much more fun, but also like exciting and something that I look forward to doing every day. You know, as soon as it becomes something that I loathe and that really gets me down, I'll put it away. But I read comics every day or every week. I'm absorbed in the industry. Like I love it so much. So like it's another way to breathe. Like it's just another form of oxygen.
So what's the message that you want readers to walk away with after finishing these two volumes of this Kickstarter right here? Because again, look at these beautiful looking books right here. I mean, season volume 1 and 2, spring and summer. I mean, what do you want people to feel after they pick up these two books? I mean, so for them to get the rest, of course, right?
Yeah. Well, I think the two or three strongest emotions that I want people to feel is, um, I want them to feel uh, care, like for themselves and for others, like to share empathy for others, and even themselves, through reading this series, of not being so like hard on yourself, but also realizing your faults and accepting those faults, and
Hmm.
um, coming to grips with them, making amends for things that maybe you've always struggled with in your life. And Fletcher is a certain character where he's having to face a lot of his insecurities and his own demons and things that he has to
Wait a minute. Oh,
rectify. So
bro, we're talking now because season does deal with those personal vulnerabilities, right?
yeah.
So, how comfortable though are you with people reading those raw parts of you? Because again, you are the writer, so I would assume there are pieces of you in the character.
Yeah, in every story I write, I mean, there's always experiences I've had, or people I know have had. And it all kind of all take it with me, and you kind of bare your soul and bare your heart out with these stories. At least it's something I try to do. And I'm totally okay with it. I feel like if I did my job correctly, um I'm taking the authenticity of what it is like to be human and injecting it into a fictional character, but in a way where, um, you don't see me, you see Fletcher, you see these characters, and they feel real. But the non-door ingredient that you're getting is that vulnerability, and is that authenticity that maybe a lot of people struggle to find, or are looking for. I always tell um, people, as I've been promoting seasons, and as I talk about the kind of books that I like to make, my books are nutritional like meals. You know, like they're not like you're not eating, you know, ice cream with every meal. Like you're getting a full, well-rounded meal with every book that you read. And so like you're getting your protein, you're getting all of the things that your body needs, but you know, maybe your mind needs. And like that's what I feel like the kind of stories that I want to write and want to share with people.
Excellent. Now, is there any page that made you feel kind of exposed in the story where you maybe after you reread it, you're like, oh shit, I kind of said a little bit too much. Maybe that's too much of me in there. I
Yeah.
mean, it may happen because I mean, you know, sometimes I write music now, and sometimes I share a lot of my vulnerability, and I think sometimes I overshare. Like, holy shit, wait a minute, fuck, but it's out there already. So, oh well.
Yeah, and it's worse if you're sharing about someone you know and they didn't consent, you know,
No.
about
I
it.
share, I share
Yeah.
self emotion. So share
Yes.
self emotion. I
Yeah.
don't share about nobody else. Cause I ain't trying to get sued.
They're not important, you know. No,
Like,
like
you know, it's not about how they make me feel as
yeah,
opposed to me talking about, you know, putting them in the song. Let's get that shit real.
right. Yeah. Well, I think I don't know if there's a sequence that I feel is too vulnerable, but I mean, I would say that Fletcher's his over analytical mind and his kind of his tendency to be paralyzed by overthinking is definitely a trait that he and I share. And having a feeling of kind of like numbness and indecisiveness, you know,
Wait a
can
minute.
kind of come through.
I look, you say that, and look at the panel I put up with homies. Like, oh, what the fuck do I do now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I brought it up right on time with that commentary that you're saying. I mean, look at this beautiful art, that black and white. I mean, look at this panel. Then you see this, but then you go into this. I mean, bro. I mean, are these different artists? What's going on here? Because this
Yeah,
is
no,
just
it's
like,
all Anthony. Yeah, it's the same
bro,
artist.
what? I mean, my man could go from this very plain black and white to give me this feeling like it's real, but not, you know? Because, yo, these
Yeah,
clouds
there's a
over here
lot of
look,
photorealism detail.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
yo, salute. Where did you find this? Talk about that promance.
Yeah, man. So yeah, Anthony, I found his illustration work on Deviant Art way back in the day, and it's an you know an art forum site. I remember I was you know trying to see where I could find artists, right? And like nowadays, and this was kind of before a lot of indie Facebook groups were kind of out there where you could really find a lot of comic book
Where you could
artists posting
politic,
their
yeah.
artwork. Yeah, but like now, you know, now you can find them everywhere, especially on social media. It's
Yeah, now
become
they're like whores. Artists are whores. Right? They're
yeah, they're
standing
just
on the
I
corner.
mean,
Right? Look at me. Look at my art, baby. Lifting up
look
their
at my
legs and
sketch.
shit. Hey,
Yeah.
wepas. You must stop it. Stop teasing like that.
So yeah, I reached out to him because I saw just a few images that he had worked on, and his work was so it was so detailed, but also so like I could sense the mood, I could feel the mood, and his anatomy work was very good too. And I you know if you can draw hands and
And feet.
faces very well, like for me that's I mean that's so important for a comic
What
to
about
be able
feet?
to
Are
do
feet
that.
important to you or no?
um yes that's an out of context question. No but no.
I
Yes.
just gotta ask because you know, and yeah, some artists don't know how to draw feet. Just saying.
No,
Not,
it's very
not trying to
true.
shout out
Yeah.
nobody. I'm just saying, you know. But look at this art right here, though. This is insane, man. This is beautiful. I'm a
Yeah.
big
That's
fanatic
another poster.
of that black and white, that grayscale. I mean, like, yo, this looks
Well, and
out of this
if you're a
fucking
fan
world.
of James O'Barr's The Crow or
I'm about to
you
get in
know,
trouble there. Let me move her. That she look naked.
yeah,
Oh my god! I mean, it's just look at this artwork, bro. This is fucking. Not for, I'm happy. I did not look at the Kickstarter prior, to be honest. So just go through it
this is
with
live
you.
reaction.
Yeah, I am like blown away. This art is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Look at this page right here. This
Yeah,
shit
that's
is
the page I was talking
crazy.
about where so
Bro.
Baker's like combusting and he's lighting the entire forest on fire and
Yo.
it's incredible. You can what's so amazing is you can feel the lighting of it, like the heat of it,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah, bro.
it's just a banger of a page.
I mean, every page, Jesus Christ. I mean, you got an amazing team here. And look at this. Look what we got going, folks. Look at that. When you commit to this project, look at the goodness you're getting of supporting this. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at this. Yo, listen, this is big two worthy right here. Are you crazy?
Oh, thanks, dude. That means a lot.
Ain't no all or none. It's facts. This shit looks fantastic. This is what Big Two needs, I think. I mean, what DC is doing pretty good right now. This is what Marvel needs.
Yeah, right.
Marvel needs all the help they could get. And let me tell you, when there's the type of stuff that they need in their life, this type of look, this type of energy, these good vibes, because Marvel's getting everything wrong. They go in the wrong direction. They don't get what fans want. And what DC's doing, absolute, for example, Snyder, bro, he keeps, every time he touches the Batverse, so he just flips it on its head.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Salute. I know Snyder. I met him a couple of times. He knows me. I love that when he says, "Yo, Al, how are you?" Like when I don't recognize him at first, it's like, okay, he knows me. This is great.
That's awesome.
That's my boy, man. I appreciate him.
Cool.
So God bless him and the kids and the family out there. So, folks, talking about blessings, this is what we gotta do. You get involved with either $1, like most creators do, but but we don't want you to just get involved for $1. We want you to see the greatness of what Nandor is working on here. So, Seasons Volume 1, digital, started at $5, right?
That's right.
You want 1 and 2, 10 beans right there, $10, easy peasy, right? Volume 3 of 4, Ash Can, the fall now. My man's playing with the season, like he said. Now talk about this Ash Can. Now this is a little tease. I mean, somebody already dipped in. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, so this is for people who may have picked up the hardcover volumes already, or maybe they're like, hey, I want this exclusive Ash Can, because you can only get this through crowdfunding. So like I'm not going to have this on.
So crowdfunding. I'm not going to say Kickstarter because. The way you say that, I feel like you may go to another platform after this to make sure you get some funding, like a Fun of My Comic, a Zoop or something. But let's make it happen.
And,
it don't matter.
Also, I think if I do when I do my campaign for
in the extension
Volume 3, if people want the Ash Can as like a rare collector's item, it's like this. It's not necessarily just exclusive to this Kickstarter alone.
Once you do number 3. No, fuck that. Leave this exclusive to this campaign and the conventions only. And not, listen.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and make it an exclusive thing. Like, listen, you could get it only if you back the other campaign, and the only other way you could get it is if you see me at the convention.
Right.
Fine.
Right.
Bro, listen, exclusivity brings curiosity. Come on, Nandor. Don't let me see that New York game now. Come on now, baby. Come on, baby.
You would know.
Yeah, let's do it. Now we gotta listen. You get the cover A right there. We're talking about print right here now, right? For $15.
That's right. For $15.
Wait a minute. 100+ pages for only $15, bro.
Yes.
That's a deal. Now listen, folks. You see Marvel trying to sell you like 48 pages for $10, $12. My man is talking 100 pages. Independent goodness, no ads, at least over the story, I'm sure, right?
There's quite a story there. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So no ads. You see that?
Yeah, no ads.
$15. $15 straight story, son. You feel me? You feel me? Listen, Christmas is around the corner. The campaign is almost over. This is the great stocking stuff. I mean, when do you plan to get the ship by?
Yeah, so we're hoping to get this to the printer and shipped by early next year at the latest.
There
That's
you go.
really what
So
we're hoping
late
for.
Christmas gift. So you put like a little IOU and it's in the mail Kickstarter and give them a tease. Like, go to this page, this is what I got you. And this for your comic book lovers out there, this is the great Christmas gift.
Yeah.
You know, and if he's talking about January, so for the Puerto Ricans, that's Los Tres Reyes. That's a great gift that you can put under the bed. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's make it happen. WEPA, you know what I mean? Let's celebrate comic books, man. All right, so then we got Seasons Volume 2 as well for 15, print 100 plus pages. Now we're talking over 200 pages for 30 beans. I mean, listen, 200 pages for $30. I get books with less pages than that, and they're trying to sell me those shits for $49.99. No lie. So I think this is an amazing bargain. You get 2 seasons here. You know, if I were you guys for Christmas, you know, get both of these, get the ass can for the teas for the next one. And you want exclusivity, get them variants right here, $25 starting with the cover B's, the C's at 30. You know what I mean? This is great, yo. Trade paperback right there. 1 and 2 trade paperback for 30. What is that? And that is a physical but regular covers, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, there we go. He does offer that with the ass can, my man. Of course, pimping. $10, folks. 1, 2, and ass can, a perfect stocking stuffer. I mean, this is what you want right here. You get them that little coupon that said it's coming in the mail for January or February. Look at that. You got the summer hardcover. My man got. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. If you're a retailer, there's retailer bundles. So please get, hit Nandor if you're a local independent comic shop. And if you're interested in supporting independent comics, listen, Nandor delivers. Did you see what I saw? Don't give me no shit right now. You saw what I saw. That shit is fire. Make sure you support independent comics. Again, you got the Foxhole Comics bundle. Now talk to me about that.
Yeah.
Let everybody know.
The Foxhole Comics bundle is my entire catalog in one reward. So you get I think it's 8
1,
books.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like 8, yeah, and a t-shirt.
Yeah, and a t-shirt. So you get 8 comics, three of which are graphic novels. And then the rest
really?
The rest are 30 to 40 pages comics.
Wait, so 150? Oh man, that's a dope gift.
Yeah, so that's like over 400 pages with the t-shirt, with the Foxhole Comics t-shirt. So you get a big massive bundle with Seasons Volumes 1 and 2, the Ash Can Man-Child issues 1, 2, and 3, my Lifeline graphic novel, and then the Fabled Offering one shot. So I mean, it's an amazing deal.
I think so. Shit, this is a lot of stuff, and $1.50 only, and you getting some swag, to wear as you read in the coffee shop. So they could ask you, "What are you reading, sir?" When they ask you for your great coupon and shit.
Then you can show your shirt and be like, "This is what I'm reading."
Before I give you a great coupon, this is what this is about. You know what I mean? And make sure that you got to start off with the logo. All right. Then you got original art. You selling off original art too, my man? Get out of here.
Yeah. So we have a lot of original art from Seasons Volumes 1 and 2 that are on offer for this campaign, so people can get an 11x17 original page. And I will send you options. Like if you want a particular page, it's not random. It's not randomized. Like I'll send you the what we have, and you can choose which page you want.
Oh, dope. Then we got original cover art. Oh, you're not even playing here. Now we got some original drawings right here. Some real exclusivity.
Yeah, that's only 1 of 1, so it's the only one available. It's the original artwork for cover B, so Luke's cover.
Nice.
And yeah, it's another 11 by 17.
I dig it, but it's one of one. So those that like that, John, and then another one over here. Oh man, you ain't playing when it comes to exclusivity. Like no reprints, none of that shit. Like you own this to put on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. This is Rob
Yo,
Willis's
wow,
cover for the C cover for Volume 1, and it's his original inks, and it's
dope.
absolutely beautiful. And you get the book
It
with
looks it.
the art as well. So
Yeah, I see that. Get 2 items included plus optional add-ons if you like. You know what I mean? And again, they're the early birds, but guess what, folks? Y'all missed out.
we're the
Y'all
late
too
birds
late.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's late birds, and you know what? You're so late. You only got 48 hours left, and that's okay. With that amount of time, you see this beautiful goodness. Don't again. That page is just fucking outstanding. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Like, listen, I, I've read a lot of big two books, and I've never seen a page like this in their books.
Oh, thanks,
Like,
Al. That means a
this
lot,
is
dude.
fucking, this is wow level. Yo, man, here, like, God bless his talent, yo. That shit is, I haven't seen such a beautiful piece of art in a long time, like, for real. And just look at overall though. I mean, this is my man Nando though. He been in the business. You get to learn about the characters and check out this dope Kickstarter again. All you gotta do, you see it up there, right? Right above my man Nando's head. You got that QR code. Snap a picture. It'll take you straight to the Kickstarter. And if you guys are lazy, it's just there it goes right there too. It'll link. It's also gonna be in the show notes. And I need you to follow my man also right here, Foxhole Comics YouTube, Foxhole Comics. All right, I need you to also go subscribe to his newsletter on Substack. That's right. Every writer got a Substack nowadays.
Yeah, they do.
It's realistic. I get so many. It is out of mind. I love it. Get y'all shit done. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that there's companies out there that appreciate the skills that you bring to the table. Sometimes they underappreciate what you bring, and so get it done out there on your own because we're now in such an era where like independent creation is just like so viable, and
Mhm.
where like things like Kickstarter and GoFundMe and and Fund My Comic or whatever, all those drawings that actually help the creators, right? Like reach, like great
Yeah.
little levels. Even no matter how minor, the fact that you can create a fan base on your product nowadays without the need of a big publisher, I think that shit is just awesome. I love
Totally,
it.
totally. It's I mean, there's never been a better time to be able to make comics right now.
Yeah, brother, for real, man. Now, for those out there, what's the biggest maybe misconception about your work that Seasons proves wrong?
Hmm. Well, I think it kind of loops into what I, was talking about earlier about like just like don't judge me just because of my age, like I can still talk about these things that I want to talk
Mm,
about, no matter, if I'm in my 20s or if anyone's in their, 30s or 40s. Like if there's something that you have to say and you have the ability to say it and to do it well, like, don't judge me by my age. And Seasons, I think, being the first comic that I ever worked on, I started writing it when I was 17 or 18 years old. um it Every time people read it, they always tell me and they ask me like, what, like there's no way you made this at that young of an age. And it proves all of that wrong. It proves the stereotype of, just because you're youthful doesn't mean that your voice cannot be heard, and that, you still have a voice and you deserve a voice. And Seasons, I think, blows that out of the water and makes that a reality.
there we go. There we go. All right, pat. Now, how did this volume specifically challenge you creatively?
Yeah. So I would say like with both of these books, each volume takes on a different villain. Like Fletcher has to fight a different um character and take on a different kind of like each book kind of plays with genre in different ways. So like volume 1 is kind of, while it's a supernatural series, volume 1 really leans into like the horror aspect, while volume 2 feels more like a summer blockbuster. Volume 3 is kind of more of a almost like a family drama in some ways. And I won't spoil what volume 4 is like, but like each book has its own qualities to it where I had to kind of shift gears and think about the way that I wanted to write the story differently than the previous one. Because the thing about Fletcher and his abilities is they change with every season. And so what he's able to do has to be able to align with whatever he's up against. As a writer, I have to make sure that the abilities he has, he'll be able to show them off and use them for, entertainment for the reader, but also that they make sense for the story that he's in right now and the season that he's in right now. And so with both of these volumes, it was fine tuning and figuring out how to best utilize what Fletcher can do and make that seem like it fits within the context of who he's up against.
I bet. There we go. Well, so what breakthrough moment made it all worth it?
There's I think Seasons Volume 2 Summer still has, I want to say it may be the best ending that I've written. Like I'm still very proud of the climax of that volume. It's incredible work by Anthony, but I honestly I look back on it and there's not a lot of, I'm proud of the work I do. Like there's a reason why I keep writing and I want to get better at writing, and I want each story that I work on, the next story, to be better. Like I want to be a better writer with each project. But I look at Seasons Volume 2 and I see how ambitious that particular volume was, and then also the ending of that volume is, and it's like there's a breakthrough moment for Fletcher, and there's a breakthrough moment I think for my writing and what I was able to do with the dialogue between the characters. And every time I read it, I'm like, man, did I write this? Like, this is actually damn good, Like I still really.
Like, who wrote this shit? Really?
Yeah.
Who the hell was the writer? God damn!
Yeah, like
I need their autograph.
Where did he go? Like, how did he do this? And so I'm always just very proud of how that story, how that volume.
I like how humble you are about your creativity, Nandor, because you shouldn't be. You're very creative. You're very talented. Reading your stuff and just seeing the energy behind what you do, and look at you,
Thanks,
working, getting funded, and this one's gonna get funded. Listen, we got this for 8 hours. Listen, we got this. Let's go.
I know we'll have the big surge.
Let them know about your OnlyFans. Let them know about your OnlyFans where you're gonna show off your toes.
Yeah. Let them know to check out our interview here and hear what it's all about.
Yeah, this is it. All right, so thank you. But all right, so folks, again, take a picture on that corner. Please follow my man on Foxhole Comics, that newsletter on Substack. You know what I mean? You gotta show that love. I need you to also go to Foxhole Comics on the YouTube, where he's always pimping games, showing you what you're talking about. But the most important thing is that campaign. It's right there. It's above. Support it. I'm gonna add that link. The link is already actually in the show notes, but there's the QR code there where you can actually action right now. So this is what it is. WEPA! So Nandor Fox Shaffer in the house once again, dropping creativity, honesty, and straight up artistry. So fam, this man poured his heart into a 200 plus page emotional journey that deserves all the love we can give. So the Kickstarter for Seasons Volume 1 and 2, Spring and Summer, is live, is near the end, and needs the whole Crusaders fan, please, to leap in and help it cross that finish line. So hit that link, pledge, share, support, and show indie creators that we ride with them always. So Nandor, thank you for blessing the show once again. I appreciate it. And to my fam out there, for real, stay creative, stay inspired, and as always, you know what I mean? It is all about that big WEPA energy, baby. Peace. Hasta la próxima.
Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.